Welcome back to the Ancestral Findings Podcast. In this episode, we'll explore the remarkable life of Richard Keith, better known as the talented child actor Keith Thibodeaux. Richard's story exemplifies the power of heritage and the magic of the entertainment world. From his early steps onto the stage at just 3 years old, to his iconic role as Little Ricky on the beloved sitcom I Love Lucy. Let's unravel the branches of his family tree and discover the secrets, challenges, and triumphs that have shaped his life as an actor and musician. Richard Keith is a former American child actor and musician. Born on December 1st, 1950 in Lafayette, Louisiana, he is best known for his role as Little Ricky in the hit television show I Love Lucy. Richard Keith is his stage name. His birth name is Keith Thibodeaux. Keith's parents were Lucille and Elmo Thibodeaux, and he was the second of their 7 children. Keith's parents were musicians who often performed together at local events. His mother played the piano, and his father played the guitar and sang. Keith grew up in a small, close-knit community surrounded by music and dance. He showed an interest in performing when he was very young, probably influenced by his parents' musical abilities and enthusiasm. Keith began dancing when he was still a small child, only 3 years old. He showed an aptitude for it and quickly became a skilled tap dancer. He began performing in local plays when he was just 5 years old. Later, Keith learned to play the drums and became a drummer in his father's band. Keith's siblings were also musically talented. His older brother, Rusty, played the guitar, and his younger brother, Ricky, played the bass. Keith's sisters also sang and danced. The entire family was basically musically inclined. Keith seems to have come by his talents naturally. When Keith was 6 years old, his family moved to California. His parents were hoping to find more opportunities for their music careers, as well as an outlet for their children's talents. The family settled in Los Angeles, where they continued to perform together as a family band. While performing with his family and taking dancing lessons, Keith's talent as a dancer and musician caught the attention of Hollywood producers. His talent stood out enough that young Keith was offered to work in Hollywood as a child performer. He soon began appearing in television shows and movies. It was not long after he was discovered that he was cast in his most famous role to date, that of Little Ricky on the hit television show I Love Lucy. On this show, he played the young son of the program's main characters, Lucy and Ricky Ricardo. Despite his success in Hollywood, Keith never forgot his roots. He continued playing music with his family and remained close to his parents and siblings. Even after I Love Lucy ended in 1959, Keith played Little Ricky occasionally on the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour specials. He was a favorite among the fans and beloved by the audience. Keith never forgot this and always appreciated the love that the show's fans showed him. After I Love Lucy and the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour specials, Keith continued to work in show business. He appeared in guest roles in several television shows, including The Andy Griffith Show, The Real McCoys, and The Bill Dana Show. He also appeared in several movies, including The Horror of Party Beach and The Three Stooges Go Around the World in a Daze. In addition to acting, Keith was also a talented musician. After beginning to play the drums at 6 years old, he continued to play them throughout his career. In the 1960s, Keith joined a band called David and the Giants. This band released several albums together. He also played with several other bands during the height of his career. Keith's career slowed down in the 1970s, and he decided to take a break from show business. He moved to Mississippi and started a family. However, his love of performing was an important part of his life, so he continued to play music and performed with several bands in the area. Once a performer, always a performer, even if it is not in Hollywood. Keith found lots of joy in performing for any crowd, regardless of size or location. In his personal life, Keith has been married twice. The first marriage was to Kathy Denton. The two married in 1976, having 2 children together, both daughters. Keith and Kathy divorced each other in 1983. In 1985, Keith married Kathy Cohn. They eventually had 3 children together, a daughter and 2 sons. Keith and Kathy are still married to each other, and they and their family live in Texas. Keith returned to show business in a more public capacity in the 1980s. He appeared in several television shows, including The Love Boat, The Facts of Life, and Who's the Boss? He also played the role of Johnny Paul Jason on the soap opera The Young and the Restless for several years. In addition to his acting and music career, Keith is also a devout Christian. He became a Christian in the 1970s and has since become a minister. He founded a ministry called Ballet Magnificat, which combines dance and Christianity. The ministry has become very successful and is performed all over the world. Keith has been fortunate to combine his love of performing and deep faith meaningfully. Keith's storied career has spanned over 6 decades, and he has become a beloved figure in show business. His role as Little Ricky in I Love Lucy is still fondly remembered today. In fact, as the sole surviving series regular from the show, Keith is somewhat of an ambassador for the I Love Lucy banner in modern times. He understands his unique place in TV history and pop culture, and truly appreciates it. Today, one can find Keith performing in various projects and eagerly sharing his message of faith when he is not spending time with his beloved wife and family. Thank you for joining us today on the Ancestral Findings Podcast. For additional resources and exclusive treats, visit ancestralfindings.com. You can grab a complimentary genealogy ebook, benefit from a free genealogy lookup, and even participate in our weekly historical postcard giveaway. It's a treasure trove for every family history enthusiast. Your support by listening to the podcast genuinely means the world to us. If you want to support us in more ways, consider supporting us on Patreon or PayPal. Every contribution aids in delivering valuable content and continuing our free genealogy lookup service. From all of us at Ancestral Findings, thank you for being an integral part of our family history community since 1995. I hope you have a wonderful day, and, as always, happy searching!